I know that I'm different, self-motivated, self-disciplined, yeah. I learned from my experience. I just want someone.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode from Boys to Men. I'm your host, Terry, Mr. King, and welcome back to another episode from Boys to Men. Yeah, my special guest I got on today, they're making a lot of waves in Pensacola and local surrounding areas, not just in surrounding areas. I think they're going global with it. We're going to go global with it because, I'm actually walking in their footsteps. So, yeah. But no, I am really excited because, man, these are two brothers that are not letting nothing stop them from achieving their dreams and their goals. And they literally pushing for greatness. And it's just an honor to be associated and just to know them and just to be around their presence. But I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. I'll let you go ahead. Actually, I'll let Mr. Yule do it first, and then, Enrico. But I met you first, Mr.
Yeah, well, I say it like this, Yule Tunstall. I do have a Mr. Unstoppable CEO, and also I have a slogan, which is all 12 rounds.
Yes, sir.
And my label is 12 Rounds Entertainment, which is torn. Is the train that's been started up.
Yes, sir.
So that's just me. I ain't gonna say too much.
Yes, sir. And now let me go ahead and pass it on to Mr. Wait, let me.
You already know. Is Favor coming in?
Oh, wait. Hey, you told him I told you?
What's that?
About him being Rikishi.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I know you probably too his mouth.
Man.
He's like,
Man.
He ain't no Paul Heyman. He ain't no Paul Heyman. But y'all, man, and y'all, this is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children and ladies, Manager of the Year, Entertainment, proud to give you the Manager of the Year, Mr. Enrico!
We the ones.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, what's going on, man? Glad to be here, man, on this amazing show, man. The Notorious Manager of the Year, man. It has been a blessing watching you do your thing. I subscribe to the podcast, you know what I mean? So I'm just very excited to be here. This is going to be a great ride and an exciting next 59 minutes and 59 seconds. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's go back. All right, which one of y'all older brother?
I say I am.
We can't tell. Hey, I've seen TikTok. Y'all ain't seen this man on TikTok. His dance move, he moving better than most of those young people these days. Hey, I can't. My knees and everything be hurting, but I'm like, hey,
Flash dance.
hey, you be getting it, man. But Mr. Ewell, all right, you said all 12 rounds. I remember we touched on that briefly last time when we first met.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go into deeper for these people to understand the mentality of all 12 rounds and everything?
Basically, it's a slogan I use to give people the mentality, because that's your first thing. You got to have the mental strong so your physical will follow, that you can do whatever you set your mind out to do. That don't mean because the first round was rough, you got second round, third round, fourth round, all the way to 12 rounds.
Yes,
it ain't over to that bell sound. Yes, and all you want to do with anything you do, you want to go the distance or whatever you do. As long as you go the distance, you're giving your best. So when you walk out the ring, hey, I've done my best. Win, lose, or draw, I've done my best.
Yes, sir. And then I know, Enrico, when we in the circle, shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of a similar slogan, but you got your own thing.
Yeah.
Tell the people.
Well, man, just with the Manager of the Year overall family, man, and who we are and what we do, man. We're a company that's based off of faith, first of all, man, and what we always do is, keep God first in everything we do.
Yes, sir.
And it starts at the head, and that starts with me, by living the example that I want all my clients and everybody under me to follow. And majority of them do try to stay to that, I can't make anybody do anything, but they do try to live by, the example that I set for them. And the company Manager of the Year is just one that's out here just bringing entertainment to the masses through every single vehicle or, way that can possibly be seen. That's through, whatever it might be, radio, TV, film, podcast, YouTube, you name it, everything, man. And I grew up watching a guy named Steve Harvey.
Yes, sir.
And Steve Harvey, man, is one of the ones who came out And he told his mom, he said, "Don't worry, mom, I'll be on TV one day."
Yeah.
And, you know, now he on every single channel that you look on. The man running the game when it comes to this stuff, you know what I mean? So I look at guys like him and a couple other guys in the industry too I look up to. But we base our company, man, just off about helping people, giving back. I came back from LA, man. I didn't come back for me. I came back for the people that I've met so far and the ones I have yet to meet, to help people.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's what it's about, man.
Yeah, because look, both of y'all played a big part. Because if it wasn't for Mr. Ewell, I wouldn't have met you.
That's true.
Because,
that's true.
like, I was like a lot of other people, when they seeing stuff that ain't been done around here in a long time, they was like, man, it can't be legit.
Yeah,
And
I
Mr.
get
Ewell-
that line.
And look, I was like, at first, I was skeptic. I was like, man, I don't know, man, it's Pensacola, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, it can't be like for real, for real. And Mr. Ewell was like, bro, check him out.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I be seeing stuff all the time. And I just took that leap of faith.
That's it.
And man, honestly, ever since I took a leap of faith, I'm just happy because it brought in my perspective like everything I could accomplish that I was setting limitations on myself from doing.
Yeah.
But man, where y'all get y'all foundation from? Because look, that's
Oh,
because that's the big
Yeah.
thing. Because like it's just a mentality. I know it all starts with foundation, and I know y'all foundation is real important to y'all.
Oh, yeah.
And like I know y'all had a little hiccups early on this year and everything, but
Yeah.
I know the lessons were taught.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can y'all touch on a little bit about the foundation?
Well, first, like you say, first is God always. And second, you know what I'm saying, it came from my father,
Yes, sir.
you know, bless his soul right now, rest in heaven. And then it comes from my mother. You know, they always kept us in a church background and tried to raise us and keep us from certain things. But they taught us, which my dad did, he taught us, no matter what, you gotta, if you don't work, you don't eat. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get up in the morning with a mission, then you ain't gonna do nothing that day. You know what I'm saying? Which his mission was, I gotta go to work and take care of my family. I gotta go to work and make this happen.
Yes, sir.
So I feel that's how we get the mentality of, hey, you know, he take care of his family, take care of my family. But on our goals, it's the same way. You gotta step out and do it. You gotta put in the work. And that's what my dad taught us, like, hey, you put the work in, it'll pay off.
Yes, sir. Cause I know I met when I actually got a background role in your play.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't get the role. Well, it wasn't. Hey, I said it wasn't my timing, and I came in stepped into it late. But I met him when we did
What the heart wants. What the heart wants.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Took that thing to Mississippi, bro.
Yes, sir.
Mississippi. So yeah, man. You echoing off what he just said, man. It's the foundation is there, and it came from our parents. They kept us kind of like on the mentality of, you know, you go to church, you learn this word, you learn the Bible, you learn the basic principles of the Bible, and you apply that in your life as you go forward. If you do that, you will be successful. And through that, man, like I took that to heart, and I'm sure he did too. We both sitting here now, successful black men, and use those practices every single day in everything that we do. You know, nothing is done just off of just blind sure will.
Yeah.
It's done off of those basic biblical principles, man. And that's kind of how, you know, we both kind of run our companies and kind of live. So, yeah, so echoing basically what he just said.
I agree.
Yeah.
Cause shoot, and it's so important for people to have that foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And even when they don't have that foundation, there's easy places to go and look for that foundation.
Yeah.
You see so many people these days get misguided into the wrong foundation, like get under the wrong wing,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have that type of structure which is needed.
Mm-hmm.
And like I know, because when me and Miss Ewell first met, I was at the beginning of my battle with like I just got done out of my situation. You know, just got dropped all the charges got dropped and everything too, but I still was like in a dark place because I was like, man, everything I wanted to do, I felt like it was messed up and like I couldn't go forward.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he was real some shit. When he came in the room, I was like, man, I don't know who this guy is, but it's like yo, it's the way he was talking. It's just like, man, yeah. It gave this like it recharged my batteries.
That's it, man.
And I replugged in. I was like, man, I'm like, everything happened. It's going to happen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened that it led me to be honest, if it wasn't for y'all, Miss You, to be honest, it wouldn't be this. I gave up on everything.
Yeah.
I was literally like, man, I'm ready to just work a simple life, just do what I gotta do and get by and just give up on my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all helped me dream again.
That's it.
And I want to say thank y'all. Just first off. But no, so future plans, because I know y'all got two different companies, but it kind of work together as a family.
Mm-hmm.
And I know y'all got some big things coming. Big things coming, because I don't people don't understand how plugged in y'all really is in what y'all doing.
Fly under the radar.
Y'all fly on the radar.
Yeah.
But you want to give them a little teaser about what y'all got coming, because I know they ain't gonna be the same once it happens.
I can really vouch for that. I'm gonna let him speak for him. But as far as 12 rounds, when Torn dropped, that's a new artist that I have on my label signed, and it took me a minute to really have somebody pull me out of retirement. That's what I be saying all the time for my retirement. But she really pulled me to the point where I'm gonna help her make it. With all the talent that she's brought me, there's no reason I can't help her. She's a phenomenal artist. I put her in a room with MCs that's on the billboards right now, and she'll rip them apart. Matter of fact, she's working on her first single right now, but she got a mixtape already sitting there. But that's a project after we drop the single. But she's in the lab right now working on the single that's gonna really, you call it Dre Day, but it's gonna be Torn Day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I feel that. All right, Mr. Enrico. Mr. Manager of the Year.
Man, look, man. I'm before I even go into my spiel, just once again, I just want everybody out there that's watching this, listening to it on what streaming platforms can they find us?
Man, we on Spotify, we on Apple, Google our radio's coming soon.
Our radio coming soon.
YouTube. Man, anywhere you look up podcasts,
okay,
you can find it.
From boys to men. So everybody listening, streaming, and
Yes, sir.
Y'all check them out on the platform. I got to plug you. So, with that being said, there's a lot coming down the pipe, man, as far as Manager of the Year is concerned. You touched on it a little bit when you said the whole dream thing, and Favor always says, dreams are for people that sleep.
Yeah.
Visions come to those who are woke. You are completely woke right now, brother, because you are actually going after your vision.
Yes, sir.
See, it's young men like you who are in the game now that are going to influence other young men to try to go after their vision too as well. Because think about it, I said it earlier in the interview that Steve Harvey influenced me. Seeing those stories of the ones before me do it made me want to do it. So continue doing what you're doing, man. Let that vision, man, let it lead you. Stick to it. Because, man, so many things come along, man, in our lives to pull us away from, whether it's your family, whether it's finances, whether it's health. No matter what it is, something going to try to stop you.
Oh, yeah.
The first thing to try to stop you is sleep, because you sleep. It's hard to get up out the bed in the morning sometimes because them covers feel so good.
Yep.
Brother, just know distractions and obstacles are going to always come your way.
Yes, sir.
But it's on you to get up out that bed, start your day, and say, no, you ain't stopping me today. I'm going to do what I got to do to get to my vision.
Yes, sir.
And can see it all the way through, man. So, look, I commend you, man. I applaud you on that. With Manager of the Year family, man, we got a lot going on. The podcast, of course, is up and running. We're actually on break from that. I'll be coming back to that possibly in July. Due to my schedule right now, man, being so just, I'm kind of, so this is actually, since my birthday in April, I've kind of been on like a little break because I needed it, because I've got all this content and so much stuff I'm getting ready to release and do. Far as with the radio show, with new TV show concept ideas that I'm pitching, and gonna be soon working with Blab TV to start putting that stuff out to help their network out. Also tighten up the script of Sacred Heart, which is getting ready to drop. Which more information will be coming out about that probably sometime tonight or first thing in the morning. More information coming out about that, so I'm excited about that one.
Yes, sir.
They got some feature films we've been working on. Of course, there's the artists that I already managed. Sophia Steen, she's already climbing the Billboard
Yes,
charts
sir.
with her new single that's out. Favor's getting ready to drop his new single coming up here soon. He was supposed to go down with Kent Jones and be at the Hip Hop Awards, but things got shifted around, so he's got that getting ready to drop. J-Sap, Mad-Stack, Illest One, always doing something. The 19th, I gotta look at my watch. Tomorrow,
That's tomorrow.
tomorrow he's performing with Spilletry downtown.
Okay.
Downtown, I believe it is it called a cigar bar, I think?
I know, yeah, cigar bar. Yeah.
What is it called?
Casting plate.
Casking Flights.
Okay.
He's at Casking Flights tomorrow with Spilletry, so catch that tomorrow on the 19th. We also have Jakima. She's got her single Summer that's just doing well. My boy Ken, which y'all might know as Big Leg, getting ready to come back out. He's actually going to jump into inspirational music now, so we're going to be able to push his music. I got so much stuff going on, I don't want to miss anybody.
Yeah.
Because being a manager, it entails, it just has so much that comes along with it.
Right.
That you gotta have your hands like everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But you gotta be one of them people that's able to multitask.
Okay.
And man, I thank God for the military.
Oh, yeah.
Because we went for the military, man, I'm for real. Military actually got me ready for this. Because having close to like 23, 24 soldiers up under you, just in your little
Yeah.
squad,
That's,
and then, when you move up, become like an E6, all of a sudden now you got a whole platoon. You went from 26 and now you got about 56. And then, you keep going. So, man, like doing that has gotten me ready to where I'm at now. But like I said, it's just so much, man. I'll take up the whole time just talking about things that are like literally getting ready to drop like soon. Soon. So, yeah.
And then I know you also work with Mr. RJJ.
Oh yeah,
As well,
man. RJJ, man, Roy Jones Jr., man. Me and him just talked yesterday. He's excited about the upcoming Sacred Heart course. Everything that's going on,
Yes.
He's just like, Rico, look, whatever you're a part of, I want to be a part of.
Yes, sir.
So that connection is crazy because the way he met me was out here at UWF.
Back out here.
Yeah, at UWF. He came to Sacred Heart
Yeah.
to come screen it, right? Because Eric Baker told him, like, hey, I worked on this project, come check it out. Now, Red didn't know me from anybody.
Yeah.
But when he walked in and seen the professionalism and the way the red carpet and the weight, it was, he automatically, from that point on,
Oh,
he was locked in. He was
some of
like,
that stuff.
because what you're doing here is the same thing they do in Atlanta, but we can do it here. So I want to help you. So, I mean, from that, man, it's just been like crazy. But I'm just really excited, man, about Torn. Honestly, tell you the truth, man.
I mean, hey, at the end of the day, man, we started off together, and
Oh, yeah.
when we started off together, I'd say I wanted to do another avenue. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, basically, when he first came back, he was like, hey, man, got some ideas. He ran across. We did our thing, but sometimes, like I said, I had another vision where I want to go.
Yeah.
And I made sure, like I say, me and him made sure that he got that stable. He handling that, you know what I'm saying? He his own man, got his own entity, everything. So like I say, when I stepped over here, I wanted to make this side jump. You know what I'm saying? Because we already knew what we wanted to do with this side.
Yeah.
Now I want to do something with this side here. And it's still, I mean, what Torn gonna do, she not gonna be ratchet. She not gonna be on there twerking. She gonna actually give you something that's like, wow. You actually just rip somebody up like that? And you won't even eat meat, but you ripping it up like that.
Vegan like
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying, I applaud her for is she a lyricist. Hey, you never know nowadays with social media, when I post it on there, you never know. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, you know what I'm saying, 50, all of them that be on there like that, when they hear, it's no doubt in my mind, that's, hey, she gonna be on Billboard. I have no doubt about it. She gonna be on Billboard, she gonna run hip hop.
I'm with it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
you heard it here first, man.
Yeah. And T-Man, I'll be honest with you, it was we were GLR, God,
Yeah.
Loyalty and Respect. That's where we started at.
Well-
Together, we was Jump Off Productions first.
Uh-huh.
But GLR was more us though.
Mhm.
Like that was us. And when we started that, it was like, okay, nobody knew us. And a brief rundown of me and, his history. I left to join the military and I went away. So at the age of like 19, 20, like I was gone for almost like a decade.
Yeah, okay.
So nobody really knew me,
But, I mean,
but everybody knew YT in the city.
yes.
Everybody knew him, from playing basketball back in the day, him just being him, he was known. So I was always like, they didn't really know me like what you see now.
Yeah.
When you see me come out with the belt and you see all the pageantry,
Oh, yes.
the pyro popping all like that, like that's a whole nother side of me. And as me and you being big wrestling fans,
Yeah.
you have to have that personality when you're in the entertainment or in the public view
Yeah.
that you have to become.
Oh, yeah.
You have to become, you know what I mean? So,
Oh, yeah.
growing up, man, and being here and just being gone for that long, I got a chance to come back and actually recast myself
As a different
as a
person.
different person,
Oh,
as
yeah.
El Rico, come back, because before that, I was just this nerdy kid that nobody knew. Like, nobody knew me. Like, literally, I could walk through high school and all I would get, I go, you're a little brother. Go YT little brothers. That was it. So, to come back, man, and leave LA and take everything I learned out there and come back here, man, and link with my brother and start Jump Off Productions, then go GLR was such a blessing.
Yeah.
Because anytime you get a chance to work with family that's like really on board, man, that's the coolest
nothing
thing
like
in the
it.
world. It's the coolest thing in the world, man, is to be on the ride with your family. You know what I mean? Like blood family, like, hey, we riding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when we did GLR, man, we did a lot of concerts, a lot of gospel concerts,
Okay.
a lot of that, man. And toward the end of it, I started dabbling more with like, hey, I'm gonna start fooling with this acting thing a little bit. So I started doing acting classes, and kind of at that time I was the main teacher.
Yeah.
Like I was teaching everything, and I learned the Actors Corps under Eugene Panuka in LA. I came back in and I started teaching it because I was like, if I'm gonna jump in this game and start directing and producing my own stuff, I gotta make sure the actors are on point.
And they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So slowly but surely, like a small army has been like building up because I've been doing this now for a while.
It's like
Like, don't get it twisted. This ain't no overnight.
success.
It ain't nothing like that. And when Sacred Heart drops and it's gonna blow, and everybody gonna be like, they came out of nowhere. No, bruh.
They've been working.
We been doing this, man, for
That's 30 rounds.
yo.
That's 12 rounds. I tell you, it's 12 rounds.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
But people don't jump on until the later round.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's how it is. But hey, I understand that. Because what you do and what we all doing right now, it's a leap of faith. Some people ain't gonna take that leap of faith with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't God and he ain't God. You ain't. You know what I'm saying? So they like, hey, I'm gonna wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Then they'll jump in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, hey, Jesus had to perform miracles before he
Believe who you are.
If you truly who you is, you
Show me.
Show
Now you say you gotta show me.
Yeah. So that's the same thing right now.
Yeah.
You know, God is inside all of us. So when we do what we do, then why you think Tyler, you know what I'm saying, Kanye, Jay-Z and all of them, now everybody, they didn't start off like that.
Mhm.
They built it.
Yeah.
And as they kept proving people wrong, what you think?
They like, oh
shoot.
leave that guy.
Think about it, on one of the greatest documentaries, guys, if people that's listening, if you haven't checked out Yeezus, the Kanye
Mm-hmm.
I ain't seen it
documentary.
all. I ain't seen the whole
You
thing.
seen it all yet?
I ain't seen it all yet.
But man, if you get a chance, everybody's listening, check it out because this man had a guy following him around with a camera. The camera guy was a nobody. He was just like, hey man, I just want to follow you around. And who would have ever thought that he didn't see that Kanye was, he knew because he was like, man, I just want to film you. I just want to film you.
Yeah.
And man, Kanye blew and became this big star. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna translate it back to what we got now. We sitting here like, yeah, man, we on the podcast, we all cool, we chilling, talking. But like, 2 years from now, all of a sudden,
Boom.
yeah, you a big deal. You like, man, remember we sitting in UWL, the green screen.
Hey, look, and that's the thing about it. I tell people all the time, I was like, man, because when I came back to this campus,
Mm-hmm.
because after I ran into Mr. Ewell and everything, I actually got back in school.
Mm-hmm.
I became like a mentor to certain people in the same sense.
Yeah.
And like these people that, and it was kind of funny because like I was gone for like 2-3 years. Not like saying 10 years, but
Yeah.
from this campus, that's basically a whole, everybody that was here,
Go.
they gone.
Yeah.
So I got a chance to reinvent myself.
There you go.
And reinvent my image.
Yeah.
I ain't let the tainted image that they try to perceive upon me
Mm-hmm.
hold me down.
That's it.
And like, it's funny because now I look at these kids like, man, you just like me, but you don't know what you got.
Yeah.
So I was just like, hey, if you want this, you got to focus on this.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I knew what I knew then,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
people don't understand. I was
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
the world is really at your fingertips.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's just, you just got to reach out and grab it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to reach, it really wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as I left meeting Mr. Ewell,
Mm-hmm.
later that night, I went to the gym.
Oh wow.
And I was like, man, this ain't no coincidence.
Hey.
I said, you know what? And
Somebody trying to tell you
and
something.
you was on the treadmill.
Yeah,
And
somebody
I
trying to tell you
said, hey man, I just met your brother.
Wow.
But I know you touched on something. We a wrestling influence. Like,
Oh,
yeah, I grew up WWF. You know, I'm a '92 baby.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I grew up in WWF.
Attitude there, right?
Attitude.
Yeah.
Miss you're a wrestling fan too?
Boxing.
Oh, you're a boxing fan. Okay.
I come with that story in a minute. Y'all
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, I got a little bit of both, so it works perfectly.
Yeah.
All right. As an as a wrestler, I think I know the answer already.
Mm-hmm.
Influence wise, from back in the day, the guy that you say, man, when he walks in the room, he demands, and he like, you can't help but like want to have that same aura.
Yo.
Who is that guy for you?
DGR81, the great one, the jabroni beating,
Pie
eating,
Trailblazer.
trailblazing, eyebrow raising. Alright, yo, that guy, man, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, brother, like him. I grew up literally. My dad with a big camcorder that's twice the size of you guys cameras you got now, and I had a paper belt made out of cardboard,
Oh yeah.
and I wrote WWF champion on it. He had a belt too. He looked to me, he wasn't in it. He had a belt too. Well, he had a belt too. But man, I would come out and literally put on shades, bro, and cut promos. And my dad would record me. And I wish I could find those things now.
Yeah.
Cause look at
Those
it.
tapes,
Hey,
yeah.
cause look.
Man.
James got a lot of them though. We gotta go there and look at them.
See, hey,
Okay.
cause now when you do your new intro, you gotta throw that one on the video. Like that's gonna be your pyro, and then boom. But just know, if you, like me and you had this discussion already. Cause
Oh, yeah.
Ms. Ewell, we had this discussion
Yeah.
at the gym. So look, I was told him, if he's The Rock, who would that make me? Go ahead and answer for it. Go ahead.
Roman Reigns.
Yes, I'm number one. Cause look, man.
And right now, man, Roman is the hottest in the game right
Yes,
now.
him and the Usos.
I mean, yeah.
And you ain't about, I got twin cousins too. Hey, I'm just gonna tell Sean and Drake.
Oh.
Hey, y'all stand on the side of me.
Yeah.
And look, we can make a little.
Did you see that parody video that's out right now?
Yeah, the little.
With the kid and the dude got like the wise man.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so funny,
Well, look,
man.
I got a guy that work with me,
Mm-hmm.
little stubby guy. He get mad when I call him stubby.
Mhm.
So I was like, hey man, I'm gonna do a skit.
Yeah.
Like, I saw him. I was like, hey, we can do this better.
Yeah.
I was like, I got twin cousins. You short and stubby. I just need you in a suit. And
That's
I'm like,
it.
I'm get some titles. You hold them. And he looked at me like, boy, you don't get the free.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, Paul Heyman, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like he would be the best manager when it all said.
Oh yeah,
he's
history.
the best manager of all time.
Yeah, hands down.
Right,
Because
hands
the
down.
only ones that even in his stratosphere would be like Jimmy Hart or Bobby the Brain Heenan.
I can't even say them because look, think about when it comes to Paul Heyman,
Mhm.
the consistency of who everybody he picked.
But the only reason why I put Bobby the Brain Heenan and Jim Hart, what was it, Jimmy Hart? Yeah, Jimmy. Was it Jimmy? Had the
microphone? Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, okay. So I put them in that category because they did multiple people.
Oh, yeah.
Now Paul, his biggest claim to fame is Brock
Lesnar, yeah.
and Roman.
Yeah.
You know, so
He had RVD and everything too.
He
The
did.
Big Show. He had a
little
couple.
bit.
He
But the claim
Paul
to
Heyman
fame is
guy.
them two. But Bobby Brain Heenan.
Oh, CM Punk. Oh, he had CM Punk too though. Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
Yeah,
He has CM Punk. So
Yeah.
of that era, I gotta put him up there. But Bobby Brain Heenan had a stable.
He was a legend. Like, he was
Yeah.
just like Paul Bearer.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what if, imagine Paul Heyman managing John Cena.
Well, Johnny never gonna turn heel.
He
John's never gonna turn. Even though Peacemaker is a heel,
Yeah.
he just won't do it because he's a Make-A-Wish guy. And he's
That
just
don't
like,
mean nothing. I tell
he-
you,
you know,
he can do.
Yeah.
You gotta learn.
Yeah.
John Cena, know what I'm saying? If he would just ever turn heel,
Well,
But we got Roman.
I think Cena
Yeah.
had his run, so he just kind of
dying out.
he just helping out.
He helping out.
Because he's
really.
making more money in the entertainment industry on the outside.
Facts.
Yeah.
He's doing what Batista wanted to do.
But he couldn't do.
Yeah, he can't do. I mean, he got Guardians of the Galaxy and a couple other, but he ain't.
Yeah.
He ain't.
Cena is just on. I mean, none of them on like The Rock, and
Facts.
none of them on like Dwayne.
Facts.
But
I said
Cena's
this,
closest.
and I said this on a podcast not too long ago.
Mhm.
I said, tell everybody, I said, yo, F The Rock. Hey, no offense, The Rock. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
you on top right now, but
Yeah.
I'm coming. Look, the same thing, and this thing about it too, people don't know. Ron Reigns from Pensacola, Florida. That was saying Pensacola actually doing a lot of.
Yes,
we got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
I think we the top of the WWE wrestling universe.
Yeah.
We got manager and 12 rounds
Yeah.
coming up.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
you know, after y'all paved the way, I'm watching and learning that. I'm peeking from every last one
Yeah.
of y'all.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, then when I ain't gonna lie, when I drop, for real,
Man, look at you already there, man.
Like-
Because I watch your your stuff you put out,
Yeah.
especially on Instagram. Because I'm mostly on Instagram, and I see you on there. I mean, the thing you gotta look at, and like I said, always when I'm doing the interview, I'm always referring back
Yeah.
to what you talked about earlier. And I know one of the things you said, you bring positivity. You don't focus on the negative, putting that out for the masses to see.
Yes, sir.
So if I'm following your story, and like I said, I'm on IG,
Yeah.
and I'm seeing you do skits, be with your child,
Yeah.
graduate.
Yes, sir.
See, that's positivity that you're doing, man. As a young black man, you're doing that.
Yes, sir.
And that's more than anything that could ever be done because there's so much negative that can be seen. But the fact that you're doing that, man, and you putting positive energy out there, man,
Yes, sir.
like that's huge, bro.
Appreciate
That's
Yeah,
huge,
change.
man. Like they said, you might not think nobody looking at it, and don't get it twisted because people ain't hitting the like, they ain't.
Yeah.
People seeing it.
Yeah.
They just ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
And it's the ones you think, you be like, man, I really wish you look at my stuff. And they looking at your stuff, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, snap.
They looking at your stuff, bro. You keep staying positive.
Yes, sir.
Keep putting out that positive, and I'm guarantee you, bro, it's gonna work out for you.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna work out for you. Don't let that negative Nancy train come along.
Oh, trust me, and try to sneak back up not too long ago. And
Yeah.
I was like, man, nah. Because, like, my biggest thing, because, like you said, I graduated.
Hmm.
My biggest thing was,
That was huge, bro.
like, one, I thought I couldn't do it.
Hmm.
And I said, this is something, like, was like, all right, I watch, like, anime. It's like,
Mhm.
when Rock Lee fought Gaara, if people watch Naruto, or if it was like, I'm gonna put it this way, when Hulk Hogan versus The Rock.
Greatest WrestleMania match. of all
Greatest
time.
match of all time. It's
Yeah.
like, I feel like I was rocking out to beat my idol. And like, I was like, bro, if I do this, there's nothing
Yeah.
really to stop me. Like, them shackles that was on me from that, let me know, like, bro,
Yeah.
there ain't nothing to stop me, like, with anything I do, because I thought I couldn't do it.
Hmm.
And I proved myself wrong.
Yeah.
So I can prove myself wrong. Yeah, everybody else's opinion, cool. I'm focused. I was like, damn, I did this and I knew I couldn't do it.
Hmm.
So I'm like, what else is that I think I can't do that I can do?
Yeah.
And I'm like, people's like, bro, like they don't say like,
Yeah.
for not people know, but they don't know. Like, hey, I'm already
Mhm.
I'm running like this,
Yeah.
and I feel like the way God's moving and everything, like,
Yeah.
cause
Stay on
it was nothing but God. Cause
Yeah.
just coming back here alone, that was
Hmm.
like the thing that traumatized me the most, and I didn't think I could do it. and I made it. So
You did, man. You did, man. Like I said, I'm proud of you. When I seen it,
yeah.
and you didn't just do it once, you did it twice.
Yeah, I did that. Hey,
You know-
I said I want to be a Roman Reigns on 2 times.
Yo, bro,
All
like,
of them at
you
the
did
same
that, man.
time.
You did that, man. Like I said, I am well pleased with you, man. I'm for real. And I seen that right there, man. I salute you, man.
Yes, sir. I
You
have-
keep on pushing, brother. Keep on pushing.
I had good role models because when you told me your story, like when you came back, you was a valedictorian.
Oh yeah,
Of
man.
the last class.
Bro, last class of Virginia College. Shout out, man. To
Yes,
anybody
sir.
went to VC, baby. We
Yes,
did that,
sir.
man. But valedictorian, man, gave the last commencement speech for the entire school, man. Like,
And
that
how
was
old were you when you did?
man, I graduated at 30. I'm 42 now. I graduated when I was 37 to 38. So it was about 4 years ago.
And I said, shoot. I was like, man, because I kept thinking, man, I'm too old. I know I can go back and do like something. I know that old people, like, I never imagined myself being 30 graduating.
Yeah.
But one thing I said, when I started, I was like, once I realized it was coming true, I said, man, the thing I always wanted, I can see my kids can see me finish something.
That's it.
And
That's
I was
it.
like, this is the first thing I said, I'll finish from start to finish,
Hmm.
ever.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, if I could do, when my son came up to me after graduation, he said, Dad, I'm proud of you.
Hmm.
He go to school, he'll go to school and say, yeah, my dad graduated.
Yeah.
I was like, people don't say, when the kids start doing that stuff,
means
that's,
a lot, bro. That means a lot, man. Cause you could have walked away.
oh yeah.
You could have walked away. You could have stayed in that bed, right? Stay
Oh
asleep.
yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, that's why I was
Your
like,
vision.
and like people don't understand, like my room right now, I make it so uncomfortable, so I gotta get up.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like it's summertime, I've been to my the AC unit out there,
Mm-hmm.
but then like got the fan. I ain't set nothing up, so I was like, no, I want this to be like, bro, it's hot as crap
Mm-hmm.
at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay here and keep, or I'm gonna get up and move, and then I'm gonna get some air and get some breathe, cause man.
That's it.
I said, I realized after you get through that uncomfortable phase, everything you want is on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And look, the things I got planned, the things I done wrote down,
Yeah.
I finally wrote it down, and I was like, man, make sure I say, this ain't something I want to do, this is something I'm going to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Like now it's like, I feel bad for anybody
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
really was against me,
Yeah.
because they got me really mad against me. I mean, it ain't about them. I'm just glad to see the people that was there for me and was with me
Yeah.
to see that I ain't give up and give thanks to God, because he was there even when I didn't, nobody else
Yep.
was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we, so you gotta realize you're your kid's first role model you wanna be.
Yes, sir.
Everybody ain't wasn't blessed to do that because they put themselves first.
Yeah.
So, you being your child's first, role model, that's a big step for them and you. You know what I'm saying? And you want them to believe in you. You're a parent.
Yeah.
What parent don't want their child to believe in what they're doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then as far as your future, when you look at your future, you wrote your things down, that's gonna help you to forget the struggles or the mistakes that you had from your past. So now you can move forward, because that's gonna pull you. But a lot of people keep looking back and remembering, man, I remember that happened. No. When you start marking your territory, your purpose in life, you got to start letting that pull that towards that, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So like I say, it's a mental thing all day.
Oh, yeah. I look back and say thank you now, because
Mhm.
I'm glad I went through that. And to be honest, I got also good thanks to y'all dad, because one thing that stuck out to me, because I wasn't doing this at all. Like, I was there most of the time, but I wasn't there when I know I could have been there.
Mhm.
I had other stuff going on. But like, your dad was always at your dad and your mom was at every
Yeah.
show.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
Oh yeah.
man, they grown, they dad's still there.
Yeah.
I said,
Don't miss a one.
I said,
Don't miss a
man,
one.
like my son, he do his little acting stuff at Pensacola Little Theater.
Mhm.
I ain't missed a show yet.
Yeah.
Like, I take him to school every morning, majority of the time. My mom would probably do it every once in a while. But like this whole year, and like my son, he recently just got, they do the end of year awards.
Mhm.
Man, look, my mom knew just get on me because how I punish my son when he be messing up. I do push-ups and sit-ups, or you gonna go read a book.
Yeah.
So he got every award that they had out there, he got it. Like, he won about 5 to 6 times. Then they just like left the last one for the AR and everything.
Yeah.
And they was like, who got the most AR? They kept everybody saying another thing. He said, oh, I do.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to do it. Hey. So next one up, they said the one that got the most AR points in the whole school.
Wow.
It's like, then look, they kept right on this like, yeah, he take 3 at home every day. He take them here. Boom. I was like, because one thing he said, he want to be on TV. And I always hear the story about Steve Harvey. Everybody heard the story.
Yeah.
His daddy said, no, whatever you gonna do, write it down.
Mm-hmm.
I got his thing written down on the thing. I make him read it every day. I said, hey, you wanna be on TV? This is one thing I struggle with. I know you might struggle with, is reading. And when they give you your own script, you gotta be able to read. So if you wanna be a star, you better start reading these books. If you ain't reading the books, I don't even know why I'm taking the acting classes. He in there every day before you do anything. I need 2 AR tests, and I don't need no 1 or 2 stars. I need every check.
Yeah.
If you miss 1 out of 4 or 5, I'll let that slide. If it's 2 out of 3, maybe. But like, I'm gonna ask you questions. Like, I want you to read this out loud, hear your voice and everything, because I know how important that is.
Yeah.
And everything. But look, my mom was like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you." I was like, "Yeah, y'all ain't mad now." Yeah.
Yeah.
And like.
It's good parenting, man.
Good parenting.
Yeah.
I learned that from actually y'all, because I know you do stuff with your son already.
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
both do stuff with your kids.
Yeah.
And like, your
heavily
family
involved.
always
man.
do.
Yeah, heavily involved, man. I got a 2-year-old sitting at the house, and literally I just left him. We sitting up to bed, and at the 2-year-old stage, you know, we doing the whole potty training, and you know, going through all of that, man. And I told my wife when we had him, I was like, look, I want to be involved in every single step. Like I want all the smoke.
Yeah, all the smoke.
I want all the smoke. So give it to me. And she was like, you sure we can put him in daycare? No, I want the smoke. So yeah. So man, I'm all in, brother. All in.
Oh
Yeah.
Because shoot, because funny thing about it, I ain't get to do all that with both my kids. Because with both of them, I had a little obstacle before actually being in their lives fully. And it's like right now I'm just trying to be like, bro. So that was eventually when I found that my partner in life that gonna rock with this thing with me. Shoot.
And that's
because I gotta look at it, I was like, man, to be honest, I'm modeling everything I'm doing is similar to what y'all do. Like the church, I was like, man,
it's all him, man.
It all started with both of y'all
man.
because y'all elevate each other.
Yeah.
And it was like one thing I learned about a lot of people, they like think it's competition. Even with family.
Yeah.
Because I got that big problem, like I tell you all the time, like Roy, man, like he don't even probably know this. Like I feel so like I don't want to go ask my cousins for help because I don't want to say, oh, the reason I made it was because of the help.
Yeah.
And that just makes my pride. But in reality, he'd probably be like, man, yeah, come here, let me show you and guide me, teach me something. And I look at y'all all the time, I was like, man, if I just stop trying to compete, you know, with, not just me, if the people of this generation or even the people in this world stop trying to compete and just elevate each other and get on the same kind of path and just like, hey man, I'm gonna help, we helping each other, we there for each other. Man, how much stuff could be done in this
man, look at
Well, you just do your thing.
Yeah.
Don't let it be no competition. Do your thing. Hey, it might pop or it might bypass the one that started before you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just do your thing, and what it's gonna be, it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You can't look at the start line. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Just set it up and do it. That's it.
We talked about it on my podcast, Southern Gentleman.
Oh yes,
Southern Gentleman, which is Southern Gentleman podcast available on Apple, you know, Spotify, Google, you know, check. You know,
I subscribe. I ain't subscribed on most podcasts, but I subscribe to this one.
Yeah, man. We have some good topics, and one of the topics was about kingmakers, right? Because kingmakers are far and few in between. Because it's rare where you find a king that looks back and wants to make another king out of somebody else. Most kings only look to defend their throne and their area or wherever they at, because they don't want somebody to come up and supersede them. So in today's game, Even if you look at entertainment, before we go to local, you look at entertainment, you got guys like Jay-Z that look out for Kanye's and look out for the ones up under him, and he made them kings. Same with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre's a kingmaker. He made 50 Cent a king.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Eminem's a king. See what I'm saying?
Tupac.
So Tupac is a king. You know what I mean? But that's what we have to look at. So now when you drop down to the local level, and let's say we had discussion on the podcast, I was like, okay, in my area, Pensacola, who's a kingmaker? Who is the one that's reaching back, that's saying like, I'm on, now I'm gonna put you on. You know what I mean? And that's what we have to be. That's why my motto, the way that I live, is that all my clients, I don't expect everybody to stay on that level for the rest of the time they're with me. Because if you are, you don't need to be with me.
Thanks.
I want you to supersede and pass me and be like, hey, Rico, I made it. Because I'm not trying to sit and be the only one with a big house and nice cars and shit like that. I don't live like that. Yeah.
Like, man, he got all this.
Yeah, and everybody else struggling. You know what I mean? So being a kingmaker, man, in this city, you got people like Roy who he looked out for me. That's what he's doing. He's looking out for me.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? We have a lot, you know, and that's just one person. You can't name a bunch of them that's reaching back, creating other kings.
Okay.
I've seen them, you know, elevate. So hopefully the three brothers sitting here on this podcast right now, we're going to be able to continue doing what we're doing and making other kings.
Oh, yes, sir.
So that's the game plan. The ultimate goal is to make other kings.
Yes, sir.
So yeah.
I'm with you. Well, Mr. Ewell, we touched on the wrestling and everything, but I forgot we talking about boxing too. All right.
And this is why I sip my water.
Oh yeah.
Go
So who was that guy?
Frankie Marciano.
For you, that just you're like, man.
I mean, of course, you know, Jones all day.
Okay.
You know, Jones just changed. He was the Michael Jordan of boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He came in, you know, with a swagger on his shoulder to prove to the world that, hey, they may have took something from me, but they ain't gonna take it no more. And when he got back here to the city, a small town, he made sure that, because this ain't Vegas, this little old Pensacola, Florida.
He put it on.
But this little town, country boy, came back and ran the world. And like I said, to this day, I mean, that man, like I say, he motivated me to do what I did, you know what I'm saying? 3 a.m. runs, 5 a.m. runs, you know what I'm saying? You know, just training hard. Went from, you know what I'm saying, 345 pounds, and they laughed at me when I first came to the gym, you know.
Now they ain't laughing no more.
Had gotten in a little trouble. And after I got out, I went straight to the gym. I said, I want to box. And they were like, well, hey, as long as you keep coming, then, hey, we'll help you. And I did that. Trained hard, did what I was supposed to do, got down in 205. I think my lowest I got was like 196, 197. And then I pretty much mellowed out by 205, 215, right up in there. But like I say, man, done fought, you know, been in the ring with a lot of different people. Smoke Gainer, been in the ring, like I say, with Billy Lewis, Donnie McClellan, you know what I'm saying? Actually, like I say, I don't really talk about this, but like I say, Billy Lewis, the one that trained me to become a pro. Kenny Davis trained me as an amateur. I don't know if y'all Sellers, I don't know if y'all probably know Sellers, but Sellers was the world champion. Got in the ring with him. He taught me some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I took some whoopings, but I gave out whoopings too.
Yes, sir.
I done came home with black eyes, but I gave some black eyes. But that taught me that tomorrow I'm gonna go back in there and I got something I gotta give back. I mean, I went home like this, but tomorrow I had to come back stronger the next day. And like I say, they taught on Arthur, I can't think his name right now. But he helped me. You know, there's a lot of different people that helped me along the way in the boxing game. And actually, Billy, we supposed to went out on Roy House. There was some Russians those flew in.
The one he fought at the last fight, I think.
It was, I'm trying to think of their name. It was Russians, and I can't think of their names right now, but Billy had set it up, going out there with some dudes from Vegas was foreign and stuff like that. But that was the time that life changed for me. Got in a little more trouble. And then after that, I just kind of said, hey, I'm just going to work from here on out because I keep hitting these stumbling blocks. But, hey, maybe I can send this on to my son or somebody else what I was taught and you know, the dedication that I did have, give it to somebody else. Because not all the time your talents is meant for you to make it. Sometimes it's meant for you to pass it to somebody else and you watch them make it.
Oh, yeah.
Because like I say, Moses, he had everything,
Yeah.
but he didn't make it to the city. Like I say, sometimes it's meant for you to lead somebody else. It ain't always about you. Sometimes it's about you helping somebody else to get to the point to where you can look at them and say, I was part of that. So, like I said, at the end of the day, man, like I said, I had my fun with the boxing. They had me for the newspaper, you know what I'm saying, one of the top heavyweights on the Gulf Coast.
Yes.
The news, Channel 3 News came there, interviewed me for fighting Fort Walton. I had gained an amateur title over in Fort Walton. That's where I wanted at. Like I say, I had different stuff, but I don't ever talk about it because it make me feel like I can do it again. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm at an age now, I just want to see other people make it. And just enjoy some good music.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's why I want to put this artist out named Torn, and that's why I got 12 Rounds Entertainment.
Yes,
To
sir.
let them know that boxing is a part of all parts of life. No matter how you look at it, can't nobody out-train a fighter.
No.
Nobody. I don't care what you do, can't nobody out-train a fighter. That's the hardest sport in the world. And when you a man, when you get in that ring, that just know how tough you is.
Yeah.
So that's why I tell you, hey, boxing taught me a lot. And it's helping me to, I done had some bad days as well as good days. But I boxed my way through it. I try to control it. And also when you have a good corner, you know what I'm saying, hey, you have to turn what I'm doing wrong, what I need to do. And they give you some pointers and they'll help you get back out there in the ring to finish up the fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man, at the end of the day, boxing is the world's greatest sport. No matter how they say it, UFC, whatever, most people you're gonna see talk about that is people that they some average Joes.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Oh, yeah.
Because they couldn't make it in boxing. And the people you see in wrestling couldn't make it in that field.
Yeah.
But when you make it
That-
to boxing,
that
like
is
world
true.
champion, you walk around with an entourage all the time. Everybody want to be around the champ because you the world heavyweight champ. Because can't nobody get in the ring with you. You the one with that title. You the one getting out there running. You the one going out there putting the punches out there. You taking punches. You slipping punches. You doing that. So that's why everybody want to be around you. And that's why I want to have a strong label, foundation. So when people come sign with the label, they'll know that they got a team around them. And like I say, it started from GLR Productions, and it's going over here to 12 Round Entertainment.
Ooh, I just got knocked out. Hey, that knocked out somebody because shoot, man, everything you said right there, if they didn't feel that, they need to go re-examine themselves. All I can do is meditate on it, as you were saying it,
Yeah.
because no matter what you do in life, you're gonna have some stumbling blocks.
Oh yeah.
And I think that come back to this whole talk a bit about kingmakers,
Mm-hmm.
because it's about the road and the path you lay for the next person, and the roadmap that you help guide them from not making the same mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's actually what I made the show about, because I ain't want the same people make the same mistake I made, so they won't have to go through the same trauma that I've been through. Because trauma, it got both sides. Like you said, it got some good days and bad days. It just has to how you use it. Because everything that happened to you is for your good. The good Lord said that.
Yeah.
The good Lord said that. But closing topics, closing remarks. What y'all, all right, let's talk about because I know last time we was talking about roadblocks. So, what are some roadblocks that, really y'all face that y'all overcame? So people, like, some of that, all right, how I want to put this. Some people out there, they facing roadblocks right now. And they don't know how they can overcome it. And I just want y'all to give some words of encouragement for these people to understand, like, don't give up. No matter how bad it get, it's just a moment and stuff. I want y'all to give them some word of encouragement because, like I said, I don't know who this reaching and who might be listening to this at this right time, but if they listening, I want them to understand, like, it's okay.
Go ahead. I mean, I just haven't talked.
No, go ahead.
Well, I mean, roadblocks for me, life in general, you know what I'm saying? After divorce, life changed for me. My kids, you know, gone to another state. Child support took my mouth out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna tell you about reality. I ain't gonna tell you nothing that's gonna sugarcoat that.
Yes, sir.
I done lost a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I done been working my tail off. It seems like I never get where I need to be. But at the end of the day, I can still smile, do TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Because people say, well, you shouldn't. But at the end of the day, you let people know that you can smile through it all. Because people wonder, well, how you get on there and you going through this? Well, how you know what I'm saying, you going, because that don't define me. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna change my character of who I am. Because if it do, it's gonna take me down that dark road of depression, anxiety, you know what I'm saying? Thinking about the dark side and all that stuff. When everything first happened, you had your thoughts. But you got to realize, like, hey, that's just like you said, a stumbling block. Because there's something greater on the other side, you know what I'm saying, that I gotta get to, and it's trying to stop me. So a lot of people that took their lives before their time came. And it's sad, but a lot of them, because they went through divorce, kids, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, financial, you know, breakups. I mean, just a lot of stuff that make people, and it shows their true character. Because you can't be weak in a world that's full of billions of people.
Yeah.
Because just because I say, well, I don't like you because you short.
Yeah.
Or like you say, y'all call them stubborn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's certain people that'll break them behind closed doors. They crying,
Yeah.
or they commit suicide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let's be real about it. Like, some people ain't built for criticism. But if you is built for it, because it's coming in the line of work we doing, you don't think nobody gonna sit there and say, man, I could do better than him hosting the show. I could do better than him managing people. I could do better than him finding artists. It's always somebody looking at you want to take your spot. You might be good at it, you may be great at it,
Yeah.
but it's always somebody lurking saying, I could be better than them. Is it wrong? No. Ain't not wrong. Do you. Feel how you want to feel. Because at the end of the day, that ain't going to stop who I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I'm here to do. And that's what God told me to do when I was asleep, and when I got up, I made it happen. So at the end of the day, man, roadblocks, like I say, reality real with me. I'm still going through it. But I see a future. And that future, I will keep going. No matter how many rounds it takes, I'm going to keep punching myself to it. Because just like that side of life got two arms, I got two arms too.
Yes,
And we going to duck it out.
Yes, sir.
I ain't falling. Because I done came too far.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I can't follow that. No.
No,
So this has been another great episode.
Come on, listen.
Let's start healing, everybody. Let's just start healing. Right now. Let the healing begin.
man.
I don't know what else to say after that. I mean, yeah. Ditto. Oh man, no man. I concur with everything you just said. Roadblocks, man. I mean, we've all experienced roadblocks in our life. Roadblocks start from even when you in school, you know, and then even when you get out of school. And for me, I'm very transparent. You know, all the roadblocks that hit me in my life. I mean, I got a GED. You know what I mean? When I first got out of Robertsdale High School, leaving the Escambia going to Robertsdale, where I failed the test that they gave me, like, I don't even know how many times. I couldn't pass it. I couldn't pass it to save my life. Every time I went there and thought I was good, oh, you failed again. Okay, I'm gonna take it again. But you got 2 more tries. I failed again. I go, wait, failed again. Sometimes, man, you know, stuff as you said earlier, battle tested makes you stronger in the long run. Getting those scars and those whips and getting burnt makes you stronger. So when graduation came and everybody else walked across that field, and cause we was outside back in the 90s, you don't know about that, you young. But we was out,
AC, baby.
yeah, you up in the Civic Center, you know, the AC, but we outside on the football field, they calling our names and they all getting their diplomas, over mine up, and it's just certificate of completion. Saying, you went to school, bro. That's it. Now, I could have took and dropped my head and been like, oh man, well shoot, let me go ahead and get a job at, you know, no knock on Popeyes and nothing like that, or KFC or something, and just been a normal, regular dude.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, you know what? I know I can do this. I'm not just gonna sit there and accept, you know, what's being given to me, which is a roadblock, saying I got certificate completion.
Yeah.
I worked at the shipyard over in Mississippi, lived with my godfather, and got off work every single day at 4 o'clock. Took night classes to get ready for the GEDs. I was like, man, I'm at least get a GED. I'm not walking around with a certificate of completion. I can't do nothing with that. So I worked over the shipyard, man, for a whole year. Got my GED, passed with flying colors, because I was determined, because I was already battle tested. I said, you will not get me again. You don't burn me all the school, you're not gonna burn me again. As soon as I passed that, bro, I walked into the recruiter's office. I wasn't playing with him, bro, because I was working the shipyard with my dad and my brother.
Yes, sir.
And man, let me tell you, the shipyard it ain't for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't for everybody. That hot steel, and you down in holes, and you running rest machines, and you being talked to like you a slave and all that. I was just like, now it's paying good money.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm riding around the drop top. I'm 19 years old, and you can't tell me nothing because I'm balling. But I just wasn't happy. So as soon as I got my GED, I went straight to the recruiter's office, walked in, said, you know what, man, I'm ready to go do this thing. And I went to the Marines, right?
Yeah.
And the Marine, he was on the phone, he was like, hold on, finish his call. And the Army guy came out like, hey, come on over here. So fast forward, man, I retired from the Army, man, back in 2009. I retired on the Army, man. My truck was blown up, so they medically retired me out. And from that point on, man, the whole time, you know, that I was on my last deployment in Iraq, I was going through a nasty divorce, like nasty separation from my ex-wife. I'm at war and literally like crying on my post because this woman is like torturing me, just like going like, you ain't never gonna see your kids. You ain't never gonna be nothing. Okay, here go those mental roadblocks going up. Maybe I ain't gonna be nothing. Maybe I should just go out here and just walk in front of this bullet, because what's the point? What's the point? I'm mentally being beat down, being told I ain't gonna see my kids. You know, we get out, our family, they said retirement in 2009. I move my family back into Pensacola, and man, I go through hell. It's bad, bro. I mean, it's bad, man. I mean, mentally beat down just every day, man, to the point where, you know, I'm just fed up. To where she calls the cops on me. I end up having to leave the house. So I leave the house, go stay with my mom and dad. He goes, America, I'm giving you roadblocks now, so make sure y'all paying attention.
Yes, sir.
I go stay with my parents for the night, because it also says walk away 24 hours, come back. Cool, no problem. Go to 24 hours. I come back, my house empty. She done packed up my 2 kids, loaded, and so I guess gave away everything she can give away. And I'm sitting there going like, the house empty. House empty. Kids gone. Nothing in the house, man, and no lie, for 3 days. I just laid there. I ain't eaten nothing, I ain't drank nothing, man. I mean, I was just mentally gone. I had the blinds closed. I was in the dark. My phone was off. I was just like, man, I don't want to talk to nobody. I just remember laying there, man, and I just went to myself like, well, I didn't get took out in Iraq. I didn't get killed over there. So I guess this is how it's got to end for me, because I can't live like this. I was ready to go ahead and end it, bro. Suicide had creeped in my mind. I was ready to go. But something, and when I say something, the voice spoke to me. It said, get up. Get up. What's the point? Why I need to get up for? Ain't nothing to do. What have you always wanted to do? So I had the little laptop in my room, and I'm sitting there writing. Something came up on my laptop, and it was just talking about. It was showing LA. I think maybe it might have been like the Kardashian zone or something, like just showing the backdrop of LA. I'm going like, man, LA. I always wanted to go to LA, man. What's stopping me right now? My kids gone. She done left. I ain't got nothing here. And this was on Easter weekend. I went and seen my parents over my brother's house. And I said, hey, y'all, I'm buying me a ticket. I'm going to LA one way. And I remember my mama said, well, I don't know nobody out there. What you going out there for? What's the point? I said, because that's where I'm supposed to be at. And they were like, well, what you going to do out there? I was like, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. But some telling me I got to go to LA. Bro, I got on a plane, flew one way, flew into LAX. I had a duffel bag. That's all I had, with all my earthly possessions. I left everything else at the house, sold it, whatever, gone. I land there. I'm just standing there as I get on the plane. I don't know where I'm going, what I'm supposed to do. Cab pulls up. Hey, where you going, buddy? I'm like, I don't know. He was like, you got to go somewhere. You can't stand here. And I was like, man, I really just, come on, man. So, screw it. Got in the cab. We driving down. We riding through LA, man, going through Hollywood. We said, so what do you want to do? I said, man, well, I always talk about being on TV, learning about the game. He was like, oh, I know a perfect place called the Chateau. And like that's where like people that come in, they stay here, and they get in school, and they learn the entertainment, they do auditions. I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah, it's right over here in North Hollywood on Burbank Boulevard. I said, okay, let's go. Once again, not knowing nothing, just on faith, just riding. Ain't no roadblocks. I'm saying I'm just gonna do it. We pull up at the Chateau. Got my book bag, my bag on, my duffel bag, walk in, and it's a room full of just up and coming, just like it's actors in there, you got musicians, you got like future producers, like these people that's in the game, bro, like now. You subscribe to this podcast, okay? On what platforms?
Apple, Spotify. Everyone podcast are found actually, and YouTube. Check it out.
There you go. Now back to our regular schedule program.
Yes, sir.
So I walk in, man, and I sit down, and the guys sitting there, they like, man, look, bro, like, what's your name? I tell them my name and stuff like that, man, and I just get to talking, and they tell me, man, they just like, look, like we got a school, man, you can go to called LA Film School, and you can kind of learn stuff there, or we got Actors Corps, and you can go there and learn to be an actor. I said, well, shoot, let me try this acting thing out first. So, man, I go into Actors Corps, man. I do that for like 2 months. Man, I'm like the top student there. Like, I'm soaking stuff up like a sponge. Because, as an actor, you've got to be able to live in your own truth.
Yeah.
You got to be able to reveal yourself. If you can expose yourself, those are the greatest actors. The ones who pull all the layers back and you see them for who they are. Because they can make any script come to life because there ain't no walls up. They can just live truthfully under imaginary circumstances. So, you know that, right? You already know that.
Yes, sir.
So, with that being said, man, I did that. Ended up, man, booking, got Glee. They put me on a show called Glee. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, went on Glee, man, and I got there, and the lady, she was like, that's cool, man. So you doing, little stuff with Glee. I'm like, yeah, I'm just here. My agent put me on it, and she was like, okay, that's what's up. She was like, but you need to be behind the camera. Like, you need to be showing people, like, and learning this, because that's where the money at, that's where the longevity at. Because you're going to get old. You're going to always want to stay in shape. You're going to always want to, you're going to get old, you want to chill out, get your little bit good, just chill out.
Yes,
You're going to be in front of the camera, you know what I mean? I don't knock on y'all, in shape.
Oh, no, hey. Maybe it didn't work out like I want to.
Yeah, but, man, I took that advice, and, man, I went to LA Film School, bro. And I walked in there, man, and I took everything they gave me, and I learned, bro. Like, to the point where they just was like, dude, like, you done supersede, like, you above everything we teaching you, like, I was like, cool, that's what I want to hear. So once I learned the game, and then I interned for a couple people around there, man, I went on a game show called Downfall. All right, you can look at the episode on YouTube, too. Went on Downfall, man, did my thing on there, and as soon as that show ended, I said, you know what? I'm going back to Pensacola now. And, bro, I came back in 2000, 11? 10 or 11, something like that, came back.
Yeah, around that time.
Around that time right here. And I remember linking up with him. He was at the shipyard. I said, hey, bro, I got to learn the game, bro. Like, I know the acting side, I know the business side, I know the filming side. Man, you want to do something?
Yeah.
And we always call it the old Charleston brothers. That's what they always call it, because when one did something, the other one was right there with them. That's that bond, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, man, we linked, bro. We started running.
Yeah.
We started running. Like I said, we started with the gospel shows, and not every show we did was amazing, sold out. Bro, we did some shows where it was just mom and dad and Uncle Willie in the front row. Literally. Where we would leave the show and go split a Whataburger fry.
Yeah.
Because we ain't make no money. But paid everybody else. And we took the losses. And with roadblocks, man, that's what losses, losses is part of roadblocks. But the thing about it, do you stop?
No.
You keep going. We kept going, man. And then we ended up, man, we was like, let's step out, man, go to Mobile.
Yeah.
Went to Mobile, man, and packed the Mitchell Center out. USA Mitchell Center with the Walls Group. Packed it out, bro, with a line. How long was that line?
Man, I was actually thinking about that today.
Yeah.
The line was almost, it was like wrapped around the building.
Yeah.
Almost.
Thousands of people up in there, bro. For sure, that two brothers with lower than a 600 credit score. You know what I mean? And yeah, let's put that out there too. Because, yeah, you need to get your credit up. You don't work on it. Credit repair. Do whatever you need to do. But two brothers with a lower than 600 credit score, with maybe, a few dollars to rub together and walking on faith, put on one of the biggest shows that the Mitchell Center ever had. And did our thing, man, and kept going, like I said. And throughout that story I just told you, just from the beginning, a guy who didn't even have a diploma, from a guy who went through a nasty divorce, from a guy who didn't even know what the heck he was doing, took a chance and went to LA. That's roadblocks.
Oh yeah.
So no matter what your situation is, man, to whoever listening, man, no matter what your situation is, you think you got it bad, but somebody got it worse than you.
Oh yeah.
They got it worse than you. But the difference is, they not giving up.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't quit.
I ain't got nothing else to say. Look, if y'all know how to get over roadblocks now, just keep holding on.
That's it. That's it. Stop making excuses, man. Stop making excuses of why you can't do something.
Yeah. Just do it.
And just do it, man.
Just do it.
Do it, bro. Yeah.
I can't stand Nike, but just do it is a good slogan.
It's and technically they stole that line from a coach.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna get you on that, but y'all bought it.
They might sponsor you one day.
Yeah, they might pay. They paid for it. You never know. Nike, if you want to sponsor me, holler at me. Get my deal. But no, I want to thank, man, Mr. Ewell, Mr. Enrico, 12 Round Entertainment, and Manager of the Year Entertainment for coming through for an episode from Boys to Men. Man, honestly, I'm blown away. Like,
we gotta get you on our show, man. You gotta come on.
I'm ready.
Yeah. When that comes around, man, we come off our break.
Hey, put me in the ring. I'm ready. Hey,
come on, man.
I'm ready for. Now that everything's done, I got more time to actually do the things I want to do and I love to do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And honestly, this is something I love to do. So anytime I get a chance to, just let me know. Time, place, location.
That's it.
I'm done.
Let's make it, man. Yes, sir.
I'm mad because I'm gonna be out of town with the.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll be back.
There you go.
I'll be back with Manager of the Year real soon.
Real soon.
Man, but like I like to say always when I close, dream big dreams because small dreams have a little magic. And how big would you dream if you know you couldn't fail? I want to thank y'all again for coming on. Thank y'all for listening. And y'all, peace, love, and happiness. We out.
I know that I'm different, self-motivated, self-disciplined, yeah. I learned from my experience. I just want someone to take me serious. Real questions that I ask. How long will this solo trip last? I'm content with being alone in the past, but it's changing and it's something I can't grasp. Turn off my phone, I'm in my zone, so now I'm acting different. I'm to myself, I'm in my head, mapping out this life I'm living. Shadow work on myself, I done already seen hell. Can't fit in, so I rebel, but I don't miss a beat.